The question of today is, did O'Shea Duke Jackson put Just Pearly Things in the manosphere? Can I get a dun 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 sound effect? That is what people are saying today, but we want to know if this is true. Now, guys, I am responsible for a lot of YouTubers that you know. I won't mention who they are, but many of them you guys know. And I can take some form of credit for them coming through the black space. Now, when it comes to Just Pearly Things, that is something I cannot take credit for, because Just Pearly Things is actually better at understanding YouTube to a certain level than me. So when you heard me say that she runs a great system and her channel is very good on YouTube, it wasn't kissing ass. It wasn't endorsing her. It was talking about the facts. Like, let me just kind of explain what I mean. You see, Kobe Bryant played on the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Sacramento Kings fan. I hate the Lakers, but Kobe Bryant was very good. Nobody can deny how good Kobe Bryant is. And if you don't believe that the Just Pearly Things YouTube channel, despite what she talks about, it works, well, let's go to Social Blade right now. Number one, look at the total grade, A-. Okay, she is the 953rd best YouTube channel in America. There are millions of YouTube channels in America. How about like 40 million? So this person is in the top 1,000. That means if she was in a place like Uganda or a place like Kenya or even the UK, she might be number one. So to be from number none to number in the top 1,000 in less than 24 months, you have to be very good to do that. She also has 1.38 million subscribers with 91.883 million views in the last 30 days. I'm a really good YouTuber, a great YouTuber, if I may say so. My O'Shea Duke Jackson channel, if you really want to be well, got only 77 million views all of last year, which is still an amazing YouTube channel. Just Pearly Things is doing that in 1 month. So how did she do it? Rewind! So guys, it all started when Just Pearly Things was a struggling YouTuber. She was trying to get on like really bad. Doing reaction videos that were terrible. Hip hop reactions, trying to get into the black culture stream, wasn't working. It wasn't until she went to, for the most part, the Fresh and Fit podcast. Now, she might have went viral saying some things here and there, but it wasn't consistent. Once she went to Fresh and Fit, the first thing that she did was on Fresh and Fit after being on the show, she went there, she has some good clips of her kind of putting Myron in a corner, and she's very fastidious, meaning that she pays attention to detail. She was able to see the setup that Myron ran. Now, Fresh and Fit used to put all of the equipment they used to run their podcast in the beginning of the first comment pin to the top. You used to be able to see it, right? I don't know if they still do this, but they used to. But you got to see what graphics card they were using. Like, they have the Blackmagic ATM Mini, which is a video mixer. Now, why is that important for podcasts? Because if you have 4 or 5 cameras and each camera is facing on a different person or in a different area, if you take that footage out and put it into like Adobe Premiere, what tends to happen is it's a tedious process. Somebody manually has to switch when the person is talking all together. But what Fresh and Fit decided to do is they got the expertise, a person who can operate that, and in the memory card within the Blackmagic ATM video mixer, it records all the video switches for you. So once you pretty much take that memory card out, you don't have to do any editing in the post-production so much, because all of the camera changes are recorded for you. It's just a press of a button. So Just Pearly Things noticed that. Not only did she notice that, she noticed how they gathered their guests. That's another thing that Fresh and Fit did very well. And again, you guys know I don't like Fresh and Fit because of what they did to Kevin Samuels, but you got to admit they run the business very well. They are very good at getting girls. So recruiting girls, bringing guests to the podcast. See, that's different between making your own content and running a podcast studio. Somebody has to go out and actually recruit guests. So Just Pearly Things also did that. Third, what helps Fresh and Fit so well? They are in a centrally located area where people come all the time. What's that? Miami. They're in Miami. So Miami, you have a lot of rappers coming there. There was no podcast there. You have a lot of females there. You have a lot of everybody coming through Miami. It's different if they would have their podcast in Omaha, Nebraska. So nobody would want to come to Omaha, Nebraska. It's very hard to have a podcast like that. But if you move to Miami, you have a very good shot of getting a lot of celebrities and guests on your podcast. And last but not least, Dima, can I have the UK anthem, Dima? And this is what this is what Just Pearly Things thought about. She said, after gathering this information, let me take this system to the UK. And if you look in YouTube analytics, London is always one of the best YouTube markets. Just so happened it wasn't a dating podcast. So now with that knowledge and understanding how to set the business up, all you have to do is reach out to a few black UK YouTubers, spend the money, and have Amazon close by to you. Now, why is that important? Having Amazon or having technical equipment somewhere is almost essential to running any kind of editing or podcast business. You can easily get the Shure MV7, which is what she uses. You can operate a big Zoom Track live mixer like this is the one that she probably uses, because this is the one that I also have. So the next thing you got to do is get a guy who can run sound, and then also build a team that can go out and recruit guests. So when I say that she has a great system that she uses, she does, because you cannot get 91 million views in a month if you're not good. You cannot make millions of dollars every year on YouTube if you're not good. And most YouTubers in this business, regardless of your race, are lazy. All right. Now, what else did she do that was different than most of us? See, Kevin Samuels got big on YouTube, then went to Instagram. The thing that she did very well was, number one, she was posting heavily on TikTok, which is the reason why she had 1 million followers on TikTok. Then she had many TikTok pages that was posting multiple times a day, driving TikTok traffic over to YouTube. Secondarily, she got really big on YouTube Shorts. All right. That's something that I don't even do, or anybody else really does, except for I think Angry Man uses YouTube Shorts a lot. So with that system and that availability, and then by the time I even do a video on her, 500,000 subscribers. So when somebody says, "Oh, Shay, you praised her ability to be a good YouTuber," anybody who is ranked in the top 1,000, listen to what I'm saying, 953rd country rank, top 1,000 YouTube channels in America, where you have almost 40 million YouTube channels worldwide, and American market being most of them, you have to be somewhat decent. That wasn't a lie. That was the truth. And are people going to be jealous of you to a certain degree if you're good? Absolutely. They're jealous of me, and I wasn't even that, and I'm nothing compared to some of these top people. But it doesn't take away from the fact that what she said was wrong, and she is wrong, and she has to be held accountable for that. But when I say that she runs the business at the highest level, those are the facts. You can't argue with the truth. And people want to go ahead and misconstrue your words like, "Oh, you endorsed her, you put her on." Anybody who spends $100,000s of dollars and moves to another country and sets up shop, they put their own self on. It's not my fault that Black Brothers or whoever else started watching her. That was the investment that she did. The big question is, why didn't you do it? Oh, because most of y'all don't want to spend no money. And that's another problem that we have in the Black YouTube community. There's a lot of money coming in here, but nobody wants to reinvest into the business. So when you break those things down about how the business is run and ordering thousands of dollars of equipment, you know, like Fresh and Fit, they may have like 30 or 40 Shure mics. Each mic is $400 on backup. They have expensive headphones, maybe headphones like the Shure 840 or the Shure 940. Headphones ranging between $150 to $200 a pop. Then you have all kind of other little things that you need in the business. Like, let's say these Rode headphone adapters, or these XLR cables, you know, or, you know, like a 4090 graphics card like you see here. You know, all of these little things that you need to have to run the business. Laptops, iPads, everything else. It's a lot of money. Nobody can just do that for cheap, right? It takes a lot of money, a lot of investment to do that in any damn business. So as an insider who knows how the business works, it's very few people that can pull that off. Even in America, folks can't pull it off. But to be able to pull it off in some place like London, you just gotta give the props up. Look at these cables, for example. Hosa HMP REAN 3.5 millimeter Pro Stereo breakout cables. These are for the Blackmagic ATM Mini, which is the video mixer I was talking about. So there is no way that O'Shea put anybody on, or O'Shea could ever have stopped Just Pearly Things from getting on. Just wasn't possible. The system that she has is like crazy. And let me just say something else, right? The Insider.com did an article on Just Pearly Things. Who is her manager? Can I get some Jeopardy music? This is important. This is very important. This is very important. She is managed by somebody with a lot of experience, okay? A lot of experience. She is managed by Kobe DeVito, a former colleague of Shapiro at the Daily Wire. So somebody who understands this business at a very high level. That person doesn't come cheap. So video editors, check mark. Kobe DeVito, check mark. Staff, talent, check mark. Recruiting guests and women, check mark. Nobody would have ever been able to stop that, because you're gonna have black people who like that kind of stuff. That's the reality of the Just Pearly Things YouTube channel. Although I have been getting my money and clowning her, just like I'm about to get my money off of y'all today. Can I get a ooh sound effect? So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.